Imagine a life free from the constant chatter of the mind. A life where each moment is a doorway to peace, clarity, and joy. This is the vision offered in The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, a book that has touched millions and sparked a global conversation about mindfulness, consciousness, and the transformative potential of living in the present moment. At the heart of Tolle's teaching is a simple yet profound truth. Most suffering arises from our identification with thoughts, memories, and anticipations. We spend much of our lives reliving the past or worrying about the future, rarely pausing to fully inhabit the here and now. But what if the present moment is not just a fleeting instant between what was and what will be? What if it is the very foundation of fulfillment, wisdom, and inner peace? Tolle invites us to step out of the endless cycle of thinking and awaken to a deeper dimension of ourselves, the consciousness that witnesses thoughts without being enslaved by them. He explains that our minds are powerful tools, but when we become lost in thought, we disconnect from the richness and aliveness of the present. By focusing our attention on the now, we begin to dissolve the layers of anxiety and regret that cloud our experience. One of the central ideas in The Power of Now is the concept of the pain body. Tolle describes this as an accumulation of old emotional pain that lives within us, activated by certain thoughts or situations. The pain body thrives on drama, conflict, and negativity, feeding off our identification with suffering. But when we become aware of it, when we observe these feelings without judgment or resistance, we start to diminish its hold over us. Awareness is the antidote, and it is always accessed in the present moment. Tolle emphasizes the importance of conscious presence. He suggests simple practices: paying attention to your breath, feeling the energy in your body, or listening deeply to the sounds around you. These acts of mindfulness act as portals into the now, helping us to anchor ourselves in reality rather than fantasy or memory. Presence is not passive. It is deeply alive, vibrant, and creative. When you are present, you interact with life directly, unmediated by filters or projections. The book also addresses the role of ego, which Tolle defines as the false sense of self, built from identification with thoughts, roles, and possessions. The ego is always concerned with comparison, judgment, and control. It creates separation from others, from the world, and from our true selves. But when we recognize the ego's patterns, we can choose not to participate in its games. The dissolution of ego is not the loss of identity, but the discovery of a deeper, more authentic self, a self that is connected, compassionate, and at peace. Relationships, according to Tolle, are transformed when we bring presence to them. Instead of seeking fulfillment from another, we approach each interaction from a place of wholeness. Conflicts lose their charge, and compassion arises naturally. Communication becomes more honest, more open, and less defensive. We learn to see others as fellow travelers on the journey of awakening, each carrying their own challenges and gifts. Tolle also explores the connection between presence and creativity. He notes that true inspiration arises when we are fully present, when we are attuned to the flow of life and open to new possibilities. Worrying about outcomes or clinging to past successes only blocks the creative process. By surrendering to the now, we tap into a limitless source of insight, intuition, and originality. The book is not just philosophical, it is practical. Tolle provides exercises and pointers to help readers experience presence directly. He suggests noticing the gap between thoughts, feeling the stillness beneath movement, and becoming aware of the silence that surrounds sound. These practices are simple but powerful. They reveal that peace is not something to be attained in the future, but something to be realized here and now. An important theme in The Power of Now is acceptance. Tolle encourages us to say yes to whatever arises in the present moment, even if it is uncomfortable or challenging. Acceptance is not resignation. It is an active engagement with reality as it is. When we stop resisting, we stop suffering. We become open to learning, growth, and transformation. This acceptance is the gateway to joy, because it allows us to appreciate life in all its complexity and beauty. Tolle's language is gentle, inviting, and non-dogmatic. He does not claim to offer the one true path, but rather points toward an experience that each person can discover for themselves. The teachings are drawn from many spiritual traditions, Buddhism, Christianity, Taoism, but are presented in a universal way, accessible to anyone regardless of a background or belief. As you reflect on the ideas in The Power of Now, consider how often your attention is caught in thoughts about yesterday or tomorrow. Notice the difference when you bring your awareness to what is happening right now, the feeling of your breath, the sensation of your body, the sounds in the room. This simple shift in attention can dissolve stress, enhance relationships, and unlock creativity. Living in the now does not mean abandoning plans or forgetting the past. Instead, it means relating to time in a more balanced way. You use the mind as a tool, but you do not let it dominate your life. You remember the past when needed, plan for the future when appropriate, but always return to the present as your anchor and source of strength. Ultimately, the power of now is an invitation to awaken, to become aware of the extraordinary peace, love, and intelligence that reside within you. It is a call to stop searching for happiness in external circumstances and to discover the joy that is always available in the timeless present. The journey begins with a single breath, a single moment of attention, a single step into the now. As you move forward, carry the essence of these teachings with you. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or disconnected, return to the present. Remember that you are not your thoughts, your emotions, or your history. You are the awareness in which all these arise and dissolve. In the now, you are free. In the now, you are whole. And in the now, you discover the true power of being alive.